because the sauce is awesome.
Thanks for joining for us Test Kitchen. Gina and I are excited to make another special recipe. Today we're making a Japanese pork katsu sandwich. And since we can't go to Japan right now because of the pandemic, we thought we'd make this at home. If you're not familiar with a pork katsu sandwich, it's basically a fried pork cutlet with Japanese breadcrumbs on really milky Japanese bread. The twist today is that I'm gonna make the traditional version, which is fried, and Gina's going the healthier route and she's gonna bake her. So we're gonna let you guys know if you're gonna miss anything by baking it for the healthier way. So make sure you stay tuned till the end when Gina and I do a taste test to let you know if you should fry or bake.
The first thing we need to do is prepare the pork cutlet. So first we're gonna remove the extra fat, and if you still have some of that connective tissue on the pork, that's okay. Just make some slits along the edges. And then we're going to pound the pork to make it nice and tenderized. Add some salt and pepper. And then if you're going to take the baking route, what you're going to need to do next is in a large frying pan, add a cup of panko into a hot frying pan with just a little bit of oil. And you're going to continually stir that and toast it for about 5 minutes until it's golden brown. And that's what I have here. Nice and beautiful golden color. And I think because I'm baking it, it doesn't make that golden color as well in the oven, so we're gonna give it a little help by doing it first.
So for the frying one, it's just panko right out of the box or the bag that you buy. So Gina, are you ready to get these pork cutlets into all these little things?
If you've ever made Parmesan chicken, or if you've ever made a sandwich, then I feel like this is going to be a really easy recipe. Flour first, and then egg, and then the breading.
Okay, Gina, is your pork ready to go?
Yep.
For me, I have to go ahead and I'm gonna have to fry both of these. Fry it for a minute on each side, take it out, let it rest for 4 minutes, and then I have to fry it again for 30 seconds on each side to get the extra crispiness.
For baking, if you're baking with me, you just set the oven to 400 and then you just pop it in for 20 minutes. So Kath and I'll check you back in 20 minutes.
What were you doing when I was frying?
Just this and that, whatever around the house. Just killing time. Okay, now is the time to assemble this delicious sandwich. So I actually went out and got the Japanese bread because I wanted to taste all its goodness. First step is to butter both sides so that it doesn't get soggy from the tonkatsu sauce. And then we're gonna put on a little bit of Dijon mustard on one side. And then next we're gonna put on the shredded cabbage. This will be like in place of lettuce and provide that nice cool crunch in the sandwich. And then the tonkatsu sauce, pour some of that on. I love this sauce. And then the pork, and mine came out really golden and crispy.
Does yours sound like this?
It's crunchy enough. And then a little bit more because the sauce is awesome. The sandwich is not yet done. There's still another step. The recipe says to cover it with a plate. I mean, I don't think we want to flatten it, but to help kind of mold and like infuse it together.
Is it 5 minutes yet?
It was long enough. It looks good. Looks good like this.
It does look good.
Doesn't look good like this, but if this is how they do it, welcome to Gina's Japanese restaurant.
It goes like this. Okay, so I have the fried sandwich. Gina has the baked sandwich. We all know that my fried one is going to be good because this is the classic. Anything fried is good. But Gina, we want to know how your baked version holds up, okay?
Okay.
Here, I want you to hear my crunch.
I would probably do, for me, more, like as much cabbage as possible, even if it falls out while you're eating it. I love the cold, crunchy texture. And even more of the sauce. Like I told you, this is good.
I'm literally dripping now.
So you wanted to know how the baked version was? I think we already know the fried version will be better. I think when I bit into it, it was crunchy enough, but it wasn't crispy. But if you like the ease of baking like I do, baking is still a good alternative. Don't let it deter you.
Yeah, and the bread really holds up well. I can think that if you're gonna use a regular piece of white bread, it would get totally drenched immediately. Yeah. The real truth here is that we both were gonna do this fried pork katsu sandwich, but Gina has this fear of frying at home, so she won't do it. So Gina, tell everyone why you won't fry.
I just prefer not to deep fry at home. It smells up the house and then it splatters everywhere. It's hard to clean, and then I don't know what to do with all that oil. And it's not as good for you. So it just seems like too much work for me. And I love fried food, just to be clear. I will eat it, but I just don't like to make it at home. I hope that you guys try this at home. You don't have to wait in line. You don't have to go to Japan or be in LA. You can enjoy this popular dish right in your own home. To give it a 2 thumbs up. We love the frying. Baking is good too. So join us next week. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because we've got a lot more recipes we want to share with you. Thanks for joining. Bye.